Vi sidder lige nu i et meget lille klaustrofobisk rum, hvor vi skal tale med Steve, som har været med til at lave Borderlands. Et helt nyt spil, der ser meget smukt og fantastisk ud. So Steve, why did you make Borderlands?
Why did I make Borderlands? Because we like video games. We want people to have fun. So we made a role-playing shooter. It's like a new genre, a new kind of game, and you get to play by yourself, or you can play cooperatively. You can have people jump in and out at any time. You keep playing through the game, and it just gets more and more crazy and more colorful and just explosive and things like that. And we love games, and this is what we would call a passion project, really. Like at Gearbox Software, we were making games like the Brothers in Arms series and things like that, a little more like serious content, things like that. And we were like, we wanted to have something just craziness, so you can see like the colors and the art style and everything about it is just like over the top craziness. And we're excited to bring it into people's living rooms and have them play our game.
Why have you come here? Only fools and criminals come to this planet. This is a dangerous place. If the bandits don't get you, the wildlife will.
So what was some of the most important things for you? Was it to have like a really good story, or was the gameplay, or maybe like a multiplayer part, a bigger part of the whole process?
Well, the most important part of a game, realistically, is that it's fun. You have to have like that core gameplay loop of mechanic that keeps people playing. Like you can have the best story in a game in the world, but if it's not any fun to play, then you're just going to put it down. So what it starts off is the mechanic of having it fun to play. So then you build everything around that idea. And so you can a lot of times people will say like, okay, I have this great idea, and then I try to fit a game into it, and sometimes that works really well. And it's a weird kind of like organic process, really, is what you would call it. So everything just kind of meshes together. So we have these cool story ideas, and we want to mesh them together with these gameplay mechanics that we think people are going to love. But everything on Borderlands is pretty much brand new. There is no role-playing shooters out there right now. So we have all kinds of new ideas that we're putting all in this one box, and it's going to take, there's tens of hours that you can play through this game, and you can play through it again, it gets more difficult, and all these things are just packed in there, and we're dying for people to play this game, and it's just October this year, it's coming out, finally.
So the multiplayer part, is it going to be online as well, where people can like face off online?
Oh yeah, that's one of the things that are fun, so we put them in there. There's actually a couple different it's PvP modes, as we call them. That's player versus player. You can actually duel a guy anytime within the game. Even if there's monsters and craziness going on, you can actually duel some guy and just like, all right, you guys hold on, I got to take this dude down. And you can have a PvP mode within the game. And on top of that, we have these arenas that you can go into, and you can actually keep score and have a deathmatch kind of thing going on, more like your Unreal tournaments or your Quake Arena kind of feeling. So we support all kinds of stuff like that.
So the game style, as you talked about, it's like it looks completely brand new, never seen nothing like it. So was that a really big part for you, to like distance yourself from maybe other games quite like it, would make it more cartoonish and fun?
Well, actually, the market analysis, stuff like that, actually was not part of it. This change actually came through the art department guys, and what they had happen was they had this ideas of this like over the top, just like crazy, just violence kind of thing going on, but they didn't want it to have too much of it like this gritty realism thing. They wanted it to be like this hyper, like over the top stuff, and kind of like if you think of the movies like the Total Recalls or the RoboCop, stuff like that. It's just kind of this weird mix of not quite real, just kind of surreal. And so what happened was the game was a year or two into development, and we were looking at the game, and the art department was like, that's not coming through. This idea that we have is not showing up. So we actually had a renaissance almost, or just this weird thing happen in the company. We're like, we need to do something about this. So the art department went off and made a prototype. But the problem was we were a couple years into this, right? And there's tens of millions of dollars at stake here, and the owners are like, oh no, a little dangerous. No, we can't make changes like that in a game like this. But they went on and made the prototype anyway, and presented it to the owners, and they were just blown away. They could not believe how this look for this game fit so much with the attitude we kept trying to accomplish. And we got lucky enough that we are being published by this company, 2K. Those guys made BioShock, right? And BioShock also had this really just distinct art style as well. And so 2K just had the success, and they're like, well, yeah, this stuff works, man, do it. And so we've been really lucky that we happened to be with 2K to bring out Borderlands this October.
You won't last long here. Not without help. Not without guns. A hell of a lot of guns. Why have you come here? You're looking for the vault, aren't you? You won't find it. I'll tell you the same thing I told all those who came before you. It doesn't exist.